have to ask, someone did mention it in the chat. What was it like signing the shirt when someone outside the ground asked you for your autograph?
Yeah, that was weird. I didn't expect that.
Talk about
like, I was telling him, like, bro, I'm literally going to ruin your shirt. But then he said, like, I got mount on the back, so it's a bit useless already. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever, let me sign it. Might as well. But hey, so I don't know what you're going to do with that autograph, but go for it, bro. Go for
that's
it.
Gonna be worth some money. That's going to be worth some money soon. Don't get it mistaken. 100% at the rate.
Someone tried to get me to someone asked me to autograph their ticket. I was again like, I don't know what you're gonna do with it, but okay,
money's.
I don't mind.
That's a money. I'm telling you. Look at the rate.
Hey, if they can get money off my autograph, I need to know how so I can start doing it.
It's because the way, like you said, you're not sad. You literally went, family, from 8K to 43K in the space from the start of lockdown up until lockdown and now. Look at the growth. So you're gonna get to 50K, 80K. 100K and so forth. Then the plaque comes in. Then more of the brand deals come in. You really do, and that's why it's important to do these shows, because you sell yourself short. And I've told you this privately. I told you this publicly. You one of the best out here. Period. That's why. That's not normal. How many content creators are out here getting asked for their autograph? Look at the chat. And this is what this show is all about: is giving people their flowers. And I get it, because you're a driven individual. And you're thinking how far along you've got to go. And you have goals and aspirations and things you're trying to accomplish. But don't forget, fam, how far along you've come on the journey. Look at all
I feel like until I get that plaque, I'm always going to be thinking, nah, I need more.
But because of your mindset, after the plaque, it'll be the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So when was it for you, you was like, I'm getting notoriety? Like, you was like, right, like, I'm getting right. Because just to clarify, people, anytime I'm with Lewis, I've been with Lewis in London, Manchester, Liverpool as well. Any place we've been, Lewis gets recognized crazy. It was like Carnival the amount of times. Oh, Chelsea, you know what I'm saying?
Carnival was long,
Carnival was crazy. I thought it was bad for me, but it happened to Lewis so much. Oh, you're the Lewis guy. It happens in Manchester, like I said. So when was it a certain thing that happened? Was it working with someone where you're like, oh, I'm starting to get notoriety in this thing. My brand is growing. I'm at a certain point.
I don't know, you know. Like, I want to say maybe when I started working with Aftv a little bit.
Okay.
Or around 17, 18. So remember 17, 18, I was losing my head a lot. That was pre-weed as well. So, like, I had no copium. It was just, okay, I've got to deal with a Bakayoko and William disaster class. I just got to firm it. Great.
That's crazy. William hit the first man from corners.
William, Victor Moses. Like, Victor Moses was good for one season. That second season, he was a bag of crap. Yeah, that season was a mess. But, like, the vlogs were doing crazy views. The fan cams were doing a madness as well. 18, 19 was crazy too. Because obviously we were just stinking it out away from home. Losing at the Emirates, we got battered 6-0 at City, 4-0 at Bournemouth. I think there was another game in between that we lost. Everton, Wolves.
Yeah,
I remember that Wolves vlog. Like, we got stranded on the other side of Birmingham because Scott's car got a flat tire. Big up Scott. So we had to leave Scott and Louis there. Get an Uber. 40 quid to get up to Wolves for half time. We're 1-0 up. Just to see us bottle it and lose 2-1. I was fuming. I was like, why did I bother? Also, I had 3 of my mates, including my ex's ticket at the time, and they all had to go get spares. So it was just a mess all around. There was so many L's that night.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is nuts. For real, for real. So there wasn't, so outside of it, yeah, let's go there actually. Aftv. How did that come about, and what was it like working with Aftv? Because they're the juggernaut at that point. They are, that's the creme de la creme. Like, if you're on there, you're getting seen by millions upon millions.
At the time, I thought it was just because Louis knew them. Now I know that they own the channel, and like, they were just working with 100% Chelsea for every single Arsenal-Chelsea match. Which, again, makes sense, but that's how I got to know them. I met them for the 2017 Cup final.
Yeah.
I remember how gassed we all were going into that game, and we got absolutely cooked for 90 minutes. Should have lost 6-1. I weren't even angry. I was just there in shock. Like, you lot really came to this game hungover. Fairs. Yeah. I can't even say nothing. You lot just broke records winning the league. Like, it's just annoying for whatever. And their first goal was bullshit. Offside and a handball, but thank you, Anthony Taylor, as usual.
Anthony Taylor tax, we know all about that. So yeah, working with Aftv. And what was it like working with, because he's mentioned Troops being over there, obviously other big content creators, but other people you've worked with as well. Like, how did like a Troops, for instance, like first me and him, what was that like? 'Cause I'm presuming like me and many others in the chat, you was a fan first and foremost.
Oh yeah.
For a while now. This is years.
The first time I met them, I was like, "Rah, that's actually Troops, you know. That's Claude. Crazy." Yeah. But then you just get to know them, and they're just the exact same people, just off camera. On and off camera, they're the exact. Like Claude and Ty will start arguing over anything.
They like that.
That is not just something for the cameras. These men would start arguing over where to go for lunch, like just any random thing, and you just sit there and watch, and just be like, "Rah, so." Like, I already knew this wasn't for the cameras in general, but it's like, no, you not just argue over anything.
Anything, they just clarified it's beyond football.
DC would be just there venting about something or just on his phone, and Troops would be billing it.
Yeah. So that's why you and Troops got on. Yeah. Because he's smoking, you smoking, so automatically you better.
And Louis just sitting there looking annoyed because I'm banning Zoots.
See, that's crazy. Yeah, like especially when you're being productive and the channel is booming. That is crazy for facts.
And especially when you love drinking alcohol all the time. The one thing I say, you can't get at me about weed when you're drinking something that could actually kill you.
That's true.
Something that you could drink a lot of and you literally will not be able to do your job. I could bun about 3 Zoots, I'll be fine.
Yeah, you're still going to be productive. You're productive.
If you have about 4 or 5 drinks and you're lightweight, you're not going to be able to do that.
Oh, facts.
If you reach a certain limit with alcohol, you're not going to be able to do your job. Weed, I could keep going. I'll be fine.
Nah, but I have to fully hear that. Fan cams. Was there any infamous fan cam? Like, what was your first viral fan cam? The one that blew up in regards to numbers and got notoriety, and you was receiving feedback, whether it was positive or quote unquote you're being negative, even though he's probably just criticizing Chelsea for
literally first match day of 17-18. When we lost 3-2 to Burnley at home. I remember I had the fucking Bukayo Saka tips and everything. It was an absolute mess back then. But I remember we were 3-0 down at half time. Came back 3-2, but still lost the game. I was fuming. And I was like, look, I don't care if we're Premier League champions.
Yeah.
If we don't pattern this shit up, we're not making top 4.
It's going to be a problem. I remember that game, actually. I remember that game.
And I remember everybody was ripping me. Like, what's this guy trying to talk about? He's pretending to be Aftv and everything. We finished 5th that season. We finished 5th. That was the first match day of the season. And that wasn't just it. There was a few others. There was the Tottenham one. Both ones where you lost 3-1 to Tottenham because my vlogs just had me giving Dele Alli hella abuse. 4-1 Watford. Remember, Sidemen reacted to that a few years ago. The 3-0 loss to Newcastle. Yep. Yeah. I remember that one, and that one was another one. Man United's away. That one didn't do too much. I remember we lost that one 2-1. I think it was Lukaku or Lingard who scored the win. No, they both scored. Scored. Palace away. That was it. Yeah, that was it. I said Batshuayi was as useless as a condom with a hole in it. That was the first one that went viral. That was it. Even more than the Burnley one at the start.
Yeah. I remember, like, what's crazy is I remember that Burnley game, and I remember the Sidemen responded to it. I think because Dele Alli responded to it in regards to you.
Yeah, he responded to a few months ago. I was like, "Rah, this video is still surfacing."
Legendary, man. You make classics, family. That's what it is. Your content is classic, so people are gonna keep reverting back to them months later and years later, and that will live on as well.
I do miss vlogging to a point, but I just can't be bothered for Poch ball. Can't be bothered for it right
we now. Will talk about Chelsea currently and Poch. Man, I say Huddersfield at home as well. Do you remember that one?
Yes, actually. Yeah, because we drew 1-1. It was the last home game of the season. We needed to win to at least have control of the top 4 race. Yeah. And we just missed chance for fun, and they got an equaliser, which kept them up in the table. well, kept them up in the league for that season. That one was before the Newcastle 3-0 loss on the last day of the season, so it was a really shit end.
Yeah,
there was probably a few more. I don't remember for the life of me, but 17-18 was the first one where we really started to blow up.
So that's when it went viral, and you seen that in regards to not only the views, numbers, your social numbers as well, interactions. What was that like? Because that would have been a new experience now, receiving more replies, because you became, and still are, you're a head honcho of that. You are the fan cam I look for. I'm going Chelsea Fan TV now. I'm going to, and back then, I'm going to your fan cam. So what was that like, becoming the face of it, becoming the go-to guy?
Bro, I'm still not used to it. Like, it's mad when people still come up to me and say they enjoy watching my content. So, raw. Okay, fairs. Appreciate that. Bless. But yeah, it's mad. It's weird realizing that, but I think I never really realized the amount of people who listen to my content. So yeah, to everybody watching, as always, big up. Love you, man, every single time. But yeah, it takes a lot of getting used to. I feel like some people are more comfortable with it. I wouldn't say I'm not comfortable with it, but it always catches me out, if anything.